the problem is we may have been robbed of our stuff. If you don't know what you have when you leave the house, how are you going to know if anybody robbed you while you were gone? It's like, did anybody break in while he was gone? Well, I don't know. I didn't know what we had when we left. Okay, well, maybe then you lost everything. I don't know. As you received him, walk in him. 7. You're rooted. You're built up. You're established in your faith. You've been taught. You're abundant. You have thanksgiving. If those things are starting to erode, next verse, not 8, maybe somebody is stealing your stuff. Right? I mean, it makes sense that where Paul's taking his Colossian audience. And so he says, I'm worried about it. Beware lest anybody steal your stuff. Here's how they'll do it. I showed you what they'll steal. Here's how they'll steal it. Philosophy, vain deceit, traditions of men, rudiments of the world, never Christ. Christ doesn't know how to steal your stuff. Christ doesn't steal your hopes. He doesn't steal your dreams. He doesn't steal your passion. He doesn't steal your money. He doesn't steal your time. He doesn't steal your sleep. He doesn't steal your joy. He doesn't steal your peace. If that stuff's being robbed, it's a thief and a robber that's ripping you off of abundant life. I have come that you might have life. Every Christian knows this. I've come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundant. That's John 10:10. Have you ever read the first 9 verses of John 10? Jesus says, I'm the door, and if any man's going to come in, you're going to have to come in through the door. And a man that doesn't come in through the door is the same as a thief and a robber. And the thief comes not but for to steal and kill and destroy. But I've come that you might have life, you might have more abundant. Who's the thief? Almost everywhere I ever go, people go, the thief's the devil. The thief's Satan. Wrong. Jesus said, I'm the door. Come in through me and you find life. Any man who comes in any other way is a thief. He didn't say the devil's a thief. He said people are thieves because they try to get you to daddy without coming through relationship. They try to get you to come in through something else other than being one of his kids. And he said, I come that you could live and you could really live because you've never really lived. You're alive. Your heart's beating. You're breathing, but you're not alive because you don't have a relationship with the Father. This is why when Jesus says, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In Dad's house are many rooms. Remember this? I am the way. I am the truth. I am the life. No man comes to the Father but by me. Why have we taken that verse and made it say? Here's what we make it say in our minds. Jesus is the only way to get to heaven. Jesus is the only truth about going to heaven. Jesus is the only life that'll let you get to heaven. Heaven was nowhere in that verse. We put that in. What does Jesus actually say? I'm the way, the truth, and the life, and you'll never know He's your dad unless you come in through me. That's not a heaven verse. That's a relationship verse. How's the chapter start? Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God. Believe also in me. Because in Daddy's house, there's a lot of rooms. See, you guys don't call Him Dad. You call Him God. You believe in God. I want you to believe in me, because if you believed in me, you'd believe we were brothers. And if we were brothers, we'd be joint heirs. And joint heirs get whatever belongs to their dad. And kids don't call their dad master. Kids call their dad dad. And in Dad's house are a bunch of rooms. Who lives in Dad's house? Sons, not slaves. That's why I'm going to tell you about Dad's house, so that you'll start living as if you belong in the Dad's house instead of the slave quarters. Because you're in Judaism and all you've ever known is slave quarters. But I'm going to move you into the big house. You get to live with Dad, and you get to call yourself one of His kids. And I'm the way and the truth and the life, and you'll never know He's your dad unless you come in through me. That verse is not, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody goes to heaven but by me. That might be true, but that's a whole different argument, and you're going to have to scrounge to come up with enough verses. That verse stands alone to say this: Dad and I are one, and if you and I are one, you and Dad are one, and that's the way to know Him, that's the truth about Him, and that's the only place you're ever going to find life. You'll never find it in being a slave. You'll only find it in being a son. So how long do you want to be in slavery? It's up to you. The moment you decide you want to be a son, you get to move in, live with the Father. That's good news.